Hello there. Tomorrow is Good Friday, so the Easter weekend is upon us, and the chance to take a rest, possibly, eat lots of chocolate, um, eat a lot of good food, have a few glasses, do some gardening, whatever you fancy. Um, the origins of Easter are very interesting because the word itself is connected with the word Easter, which is the same word as at the root of the word estrogen. So that gives you a clue as to what that's about. And it's also derived from the name of the Sumerian fertility goddess Ishtar, um, who obviously symbolized fertility for the Sumerians. So this is really a time of fertility, of femininity, where in essence, people sow and always have sown the seeds for their crops that they wish to grow over the next few months in the ground, because the conditions are just about right. And it is a special time just doing it just after the first new moon after the spring equinox. And this has been going on for centuries. Um, and in the old days, it used to be accompanied by various acts to try and propitiate the deities so that the seeds that had been sown would then turn into blooming crops and provide fruitfulness for the tribe. And the sort of things they used to do to propitiate the gods, in our terms, weren't very pleasant because they'd sacrifice to the gods human beings, um, which is quite an exchange. And quite a difficult thing for us to grasp. And this is sort of best and most obviously found in the ritual of sending 7 young virgins and young men to the offices of the Minotaur in ancient Knossos, in ancient Crete. Um, Tales of that were fairly gory, and it scared the living daylight out of later writers. Um, And this was fairly widespread. It wasn't just confined to Crete and Knossos, um, which leads us on to the concept that Christianity is founded on, and why did Jesus get crucified? And well, actually, it was to stop all the blood sacrificing. There was one grand sacrificing of the Son of God to cover all sacrifices at that time and any future sacrifices, so that this festival is reenacted year after year and commemorated as Good Friday. And if you know the scriptures, then you know what the writings say, um, and that's it really. It's so that the crops grow and you get the fruitfulness late in the summer. Now, I'm not a sort of practicing theologian or anything. I take a lot of this from my knowledge of anthropology, which is more my style. But I hope that's interesting because it leads on to really where I want to continue now, which is to talk about growing, putting the seeds in the ground for your business so that it grows later as you go along, and ensuring they're the right seeds and you nurture them and look after them and do the marketing equivalent of watering them and putting fertilizer on and clearing away the slugs, etc. Um, in the hope that your business flourishes as you go through the spring and the summer, and you can later harvest the crops of the business that you've managed to enhance since the time you sowed the seeds. Now, that is a bit wordy, I'm sorry. What I mean to say is that, carrying on from last time, you need to have a squeeze page, an opt-in page, where you can capture somebody's email address in return for a free lead magnet that you're going to offer them, a free product, which can take many forms. And in return for you giving them that piece of content or piece of software, they give you their email address, which is a particularly valuable thing to you if you're sort of in marketing. You know, people who appear on your list, particularly at the beginning, have an extremely enhanced value. And once they're on your list, the name goes into the autoresponder, and you can then send them sequences of emails and do content marketing to them, as well as giving them pieces of further value and education. Now, obviously, you have to have a carefully worded headline and sub-headline on an opt-in page so that people are attracted. But in the first place, your advertising will have taken them there because they're unlikely to appear there out of chance. And you know, you have to obviously butter their bread a bit so that they feel like they've got something in exchange. So having a PDF or a video which has a relationship to the products you're later going to be marketing to them is probably the best way of dealing with it. I.e., give them something that's related to the products that you're selling as an affiliate. It doesn't have to be that much. It doesn't have to be a massive amount of education, but just enough, and a piece of education that is entirely relevant to what you're selling. Because that's the main thing, so that people don't feel like they're not getting what they asked for. Once you've captured their email address, they press the button on your opt-in page and they get taken to thank you page, where you obviously say thank you for subscribing to my email list, and you would give them another piece of educational content also connected with the products that you're selling, which enhances the product that you've given them for free in the first place and adds to it. And they get a chance, you know, if you do a video, to see who you are face to face and to listen to what you've got to say. And hopefully that's the start of a relationship that you build with them. Now you can, at the end of that video, start to offer them something from the front end of the funnel you're promoting. But you certainly don't want to start doing it before the end of the video you have on the bridge page. And this will also give them the link so that they can download the original free product that they signed in for. And this is just a very, very important part of your marketing process, because if you have this in place and your adverts get people to your opt-in page, then you have their name, you email them hereafter, you've given them content, and you can start to get them interested through a process of them getting to know, like, and trust you, what you have to offer them later on. Now, to build these things, the opt-in page and the thank you page, you're going to need a page builder of some sort, and they do exist. I think it's Lead Pages there is. Then there's a product I've only just come across called Frontio, which is offered in the program that I'm connected with, or software called ClickFunnels. You can build them there, or, well, there are other places if you look around, or you can do it on a WordPress site, or a simple website that you might have on also in your domain hosting. I actually use just one product for this, so I'm not that well up on other products, but there are quite good page builders out there which you can build yourself an opt-in page for, or you can get an opt-in page made for you on one of the sites like Fiverr, or was it Guru.com, to name two. There are others, but you know, you obviously give a bit of money to somebody and they build you a squeeze page, and it goes into your domain hosting and gets promoted on the web. Now, just to get people to go to that opt-in page, you obviously have to do advertising, which is really the next part of this series of startup videos, which I'll be covering then. Anyway, till then, have a great time coming to grips with all this information, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.